Hello everybody and welcome back to another visual pattern challenge. Here's our pattern today. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, and your challenge is to predict the number of watermelon slices in step 4. If you can do that, can you predict the number in step 43? And can you write an equation that could be used to predict the number of slices in any step at all? That's the challenge. If you'd like to accept it, pause the video and give it a shot. All right, what do we got going on here? So definitely seems to be growing at a fairly steep rate. I don't really see a visual pattern that makes a lot of sense. Um, so I think actually what I'm going to do here is just make a chart right away with the numbers. Let's analyze the numbers and see how this is growing from step to step over these first few steps. And maybe that'll give us insight for step 4. So I'll make a chart with the step number and the number of slices of watermelon. So in step 1, we have 1. In step 2, that's 6. Okay. And in step 3, let's count this carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll make room for step 4 here. So let's see. Let's take the difference between each step so we can see how quickly it's growing. So 6 minus 1 is 5. And 11 minus 6 is also 5. Aha. So we get a constant here, the same number. So it looks like this is a linear pattern. It's growing the same amount each step. And so we can predict that it's going to grow 5 again for the next step, from step 3 to step 4. So all we'd have to do is add 5 to 11, which would be 16. So that's my prediction for step 4, 16 slices of watermelon. And we're pretty far along towards making an equation that we could use to predict step 43. When you get a constant in the differences, that means it's a linear pattern. So you can use the equation for a line, y equals mx plus b, to model that. And this rate of change, this 5 constant we get for the differences, is what goes in for the slope, or for m, in our equation. So we're going to start with y equals 5x. And that's the stem of our equation. Y should give us the slices of watermelon. X is the step number. And we can figure out what the b is by trying it out with step 1. So slices of watermelon equals 5 times the step number. And 5 times 1 would be 5, but we've only got 1 here. So that's 4 too many. So what we need to do is subtract 4. And we'll do that here in our equation as well. So y equals 5x minus 4 is our equation, but let's test it. So in step 2, we would get y equals 5 times 2 minus 4. So does that work? 5 times 2 would be 10, minus 4 is 6. Yes. How about in step 3? Y equals 5 times 3 minus 4. And that would be 15 minus 4 is 11. Yeah, this seems to be working. So we can be pretty confident our equation is y equals 5x minus 4. Now, to determine the number in step 43, we're just going to plug 43 in for x. So y equals 5 times 43 minus 4. All right, what's 5 times 43? Well, 5 times 40 is 200, and 5 times 3 is 15. So that's 215 minus 4, and that equals 211. So 211 slices of watermelon in step 43. Well, how did that go for you? Did you get 16 for step 4? Did you come up with this equation? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.